Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Tweed, and here's his story. Hi, Ollie. This is Tweed. I have written to you a few times over the years. I'm a retired professor, Gen X, not a boomer, who was in a narcissistic, abusive marriage for nearly 20 years. I was able to make a good career happen, publishing several books, being promoted, etc., by prioritizing my kids and trying to minimize my now ex-wife's ability to abuse me. After my wife left me and our 5 kids for a pilot she met at work, she now has a restraining order against him. But of course she does. I ended up remarrying. My current wife of 6 years has been nothing but supportive and loving to the kids, and some think of her as their mother. The reason is that, with one exception, the mother has disowned them. Around the time they became teenagers, she told them they weren't welcome in her home. The reasons she gave were bizarre, not turning off the TV when dinner was ready one time, for example. My oldest son is a junior at West Point. She rarely returns his texts and told him he wasn't working hard enough. What? He's at the top 4% of his class and graduate from air assault school last summer. I know, I saw that on Facebook. It's pretty impressive, actually, what he's up to. She also said she wasn't impressed with West Point because your dad talked you into that. Doesn't seem like she's too happy with the pilot now, does she? Let me tell you what's going on here. This borderline hosebag thought she was leveling up with a pilot, and then found out either he's doing with other chicks what he did with her, or the dick isn't really harder on the other side. And that's what these borderlines, were really after, because they're just riding the cock carousel, going from dick to dick, and they always think that the dick is harder on the other side. Maybe. They ain't making them happy, though, obviously. Because if she was happy, she wouldn't be doing this type of shit. Especially with her own children. See, it might have been at one point, it could be two different. At one point, it might have started because, she's riding her pilot cock and she's, wants to have her party life and whatever she's up to. And she just couldn't be bothered at that time, so she's looking for any fucking petty reason. Or the relationship's already fallen apart and all the kids are just a reminder of what she gave up. Looking for the harder cock, looking for that harder cock. They usually find out the cock isn't harder on the other side. She also said she wasn't impressed with West Point because your dad talked you into that. Who would give a shit what her opinion is anyway? And it's a telling statement, on many levels. You're working as a professor, right? Not exactly. I'm not saying it's not manly, but compared to the pilot, if you're going cock to cock on paper, you would think the pilot has more, but So the idea that you're this professor type, okay, producing a son that goes to friggin' that graduates from air assault school in West Point. Oh, it's got a fucking galler. It's got a galler. It's just a constant reminder. That's not true, but whatever. Here's the part I'm interested in your feedback on. Whenever there's a major event, for example, my daughter's recent wedding, to which my ex-wife was banned by my daughter, she always finds a reason to text me that day. Right, because she's just trying to insert herself, letting you guys know I can still insert myself whenever I feel like it. And again, it's another reminder she's sitting out on the sideline because she thought the cock was harder on the other side. It's not. I rarely hear from her, but when something important is happening, I do. At the wedding, I get a text, and it's her. My heart sank, of course. This is really why does she still have your number? Unless you still have underage kids? What are I'm assuming. At the wedding, I get a text from her. My heart sank, of course. It was this really bland message about tell the boys to be careful when they're in the pool. Huh? What the fuck? What is this, Ollie? I can't block her on my phone because one of the kids still goes over there every other weekend. Is this some sort of move where she's telling me I know where you are and I'm going, yeah, and I'm going to insert myself type thing? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's that. It's regret. It's borderline rage, spiral, not wanting to take responsibility for her own actions and her own decisions. So, she's got to lash out. She's got nothing now. Now she's got nothing. Other than the ability to text you because she still has access to the youngest child. And I would wonder if she even would still have keeping access to the child if things were still going well with the pilot. Probably not. I'm genuinely curious about your thoughts on why she disowns the kids almost the moment they turn 15 and why she can't give my son at West Point any praise at all, as well as the strangely timed text. I'll be watching on Rumble for your response. Best wishes, Tweed. The 58 at 15, it's because at that point is when they're probably at their most defiant, fighting back, and they're taking the most after you. 15, it seems like all these kids have taken your side, are taking after you, and at 15 they're just becoming more adult versions of the cock she left because she thought the dick was harder on the other side. This is just all her not being able to face the consequences of her own decisions. Because at the end of the day, she let her goddamn pussy do the thinking for her. She put her fucking vagina ahead of her husband, ahead of her children, ahead of her family, ahead of everything else. And she found out and I'm not one of these channels that are on there, like pointing and loud, these women who are broken up. Maybe I could be. These men's talk channels where woman after woman, I thought I was leveling it up and then he moved on and boo-hoo, and now I'm alone and all I want is a good man and blah, 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 blah. And what do all these women have in common? What did they all have in common? They all thought the dick was harder on the other side, and it's not. Sorry, it's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. So I hope that answers your question and helps, Tweed. Thank you so much for the contribution and the story. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to follow me. Also, be sure to follow both my channels on Rumble. Please watch the video over there as I am monetized, and it will help with the channel growth. Follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.